Hello everyone, it's Robert Trout. It's September 26th, and I thought what I'd do today is just do a quick run through of my Tapinoma sessile colonies. I guess you could kind of subtitle this, one man's pest is another man's pet. I find these ants to be quite easy to look after. They're always eager to have something to eat. They're eating raw ground pork, as you can see there. And being it's this time of year, they've sort of slowed down quite a bit. I just thought maybe I'd go through a little bit here about this formicarium. You can see that's a hydration tube there. I've got it blocked off now, but I put water down into that. You can see that bottle cap there, and it overflows, and there's a bunch of sponge underneath there too, so that when I water that whole area gets saturated and whatnot. But the other feature I wanted to show you is there is an inside cover to all these open top formicariums. You can see it's just made out of plastic, just from those clamshell containers that you get, buns in and whatnot. And yeah, I just cut the pieces that I need to fit, and I taped them together with Scotch tape, and then a little bit of mineral oil, and I dab on talcum powder onto it. So the talcum powder is actually quite loose. Now what I want to show you here, if everybody cooperates, is what I call a queen chamber. And it's a little thing I put in especially for these kind of ants because they have multiple queens in there. You can see they're doing their thing in there, laying eggs and whatnot. And I generally don't bother them. This is the first time I've opened that up actually all season, because they like seclusion, and so I try to provide that to them. This other colony here is my tree frog colony. I did have a myrmica colony in here, but they got that fungus disease and died off, and so I put it out for a tender, and nice little colony of Tapinoma ants moved in there. They just sort of took up residence. I think they're still rearranging furniture in there or something, and so yeah, they're just getting settled in. There's some more colonies which I've had now for, I don't know, about 3 or 4 seasons. These guys are attached to the tube to a second chamber, and they've pretty much populated this first one. The second one's more of an outworld sort of thing, but you can see in the background there is their nest areas in behind there. It's made out of grout and vermiculite, and I make chambers. I think these ones I use clay to form the chambers. And then here's another colony that's fairly new as well. I just thought I'd show you here. This is what these other colonies look like as well. But these guys are just getting settled in, and they're a fairly small colony just yet. But there you can see the chambers. On this one here, I formed these chambers originally just with sand. I just put in grout and vermiculite in a layer, put a layer of sand in, more grout and vermiculite, and I opened it up enough so that the ants could, when I put them in there, they could get to that hydration chamber there at least to get in out of the weather and whatnot. And they cleaned out the sand quite nicely, made their own chambers, and you can still see them and everything. So I think what I used was pool filter sand. I believe that's what I used in there. And I've got one other colony here that, again, a young colony just getting started. A bunch of queens, and yeah, they're just getting started. This is an example of a colony that was fairly big, but during hibernation, their stay in the root cellar, they managed to pull an escape, and I lost about 3/4 of the colony that was in there. But that's the beauty of Tapinoma, is they've got multiple queens, so you can sort of get a few to move into something that you put out for them, like with these other colonies, or even if some do split off from a colony you do have, you haven't lost the whole issue, because as long as you've got a few queens left, they're still there and they are enjoying things. Here you can see underneath this that second lid that I've got actually trimmed around that piece of wood there, so that yeah, just tantalizingly out of reach. So those are my Tapinoma colonies. I hope you've enjoyed visiting with them, and yeah, don't be afraid to hit that like button. Everybody needs incentive. You get your paycheck when you go to work. This is like work for me too, and I get paid by the number of likes that I get, so at least in my mind anyways. So do me a favor and hit that button if you like it, otherwise I'm not going to waste my time. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.